Flash versus Quicksilver. It's one of the more iconic Marvel vs. DC comic fights out there, but in the grand scheme of things, well, it's never actually been all that close. However, Quicksilver has gotten some pretty serious upgrades lately, moving faster than he ever has before, and knocking around cosmic beings with his punches. So I think it's time to revisit this classic fight and see who's winning now, because it's closer than it's ever been before. So let's get to it. Barry Allen was the son of Henry and Nora Allen and lived a good life until his mother was brutally murdered one fateful night. His dad would then be falsely accused of the crime, leaving the young Barry alone. But driven to prove his father's innocence, Barry would grow up to be the youngest CSI worker in the police force. One fateful night though, Barry would be struck by lightning and was doused with all sorts of chemicals. The accident placed Barry in a coma, and when he awoke, he discovered that he had been granted amazing power by the Speed Force, being able to move with super speed and defied all the laws of physics in the process. With this newfound power, Barry chose to help others, became the Flash, a founding member of the Justice League, one of DC's greatest heroes. The Flash's main power is obviously his insane superhuman speed. And man, is this guy fast. His speed can definitely vary, and Flash often doesn't go all out in every fight or against every villain, but he's definitely way faster than the speed of light. And that's truly just the starting point. Flash can circle the globe countless times all in an instant, actually doing this on a semi-regular basis. And he's raced around the world so fast before, where he's been able to generate enough energy to actually threaten to destroy the world. So like some crazy speed. And again, that's not even near the best that Flash has done. He's traveled through time with his speed, outrun characters like Superman and Green Lantern, even outrun death itself. And not like the old, slow, normal death, but the speedster version of death. And Flash is just that fast in an actual fight too. He can easily outrace light speed attacks, casually dodge attacks from Kryptonians, react within femtoseconds. Basically, you're talking about just an absurd level of speed. The type of speed where Barry can quite literally do anything he wants. He's just that fast. And Flash has definitely learned to use all the crazy other powers that come along with super speed. Barry's power with his attacks does depend a bit on how fast he's moving, with him often holding back because he could possibly kill someone if he goes too quick. But at his best, well, Flash is pretty dang powerful. He can bring down Kryptonians with just one punch. He's been able to knock around high-tier characters like Superman, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, and Martian Manhunter. And of course, there's the infamous infinite mass punch. Because as Flash approaches the speed of light, well, he starts to approach infinite mass too, hence the name, Infinite Mass Punch. And this punch is so powerful that Flash has been able to knock around the Anti-Monitor and actually hurt the Anti-Monitor, punching him through several dimensions and universes while he was at it. He's durable enough to take attacks from Reverse Flash and Superman, and even the Anti-Monitor, so he's definitely not a glass cannon either. Flash can vibrate and phase his body, either vibrating his body and letting attacks just pass right through him, or using it offensively and hurting opponents by phasing through them. He can travel through time with just his pure speed alone. He can throw around lightning bolts and create cyclones with his speed. Flash is an expert at using the Speed Force in all sorts of ways, granting him all sorts of abilities. End of the day, for a guy who can just run really fast, Flash is definitely one of the most powerful heroes in all of DC Comics. Pietro Maximoff is the twin brother of Wanda Maximoff and has the gift of incredible superhuman speed. He's worked with Magneto and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants before, but disagreed with Magneto's violent methods, and eventually, along with his sister, chose to leave and join up with the Avengers to redeem themselves. Quicksilver's main power is obviously his insane superhuman speed, easily being one of the fastest heroes in all of Marvel. He's been able to regularly move faster than anyone around him can see, circle the Earth in just seconds, and operate within milliseconds. But actually, throughout most of Quicksilver's superhero career, well, Pietro really hasn't been that much faster than light. Sure, he's had a handful of faster than light feats to his name, like outracing radio waves, which would make him faster than light, or outrunning a black hole, which light can't escape from, or dodging the living laser or Cybolts, which both move at light speed. But that's really few and far between. Pietro was never really breaking light speed on the regular like his counterpart over in DC. However, all that's changed. Quicksilver's gotten quite the power-up, his mental barriers have been removed, and now he's faster than he's ever been before. In fact, Quicksilver ran so fast that he essentially shattered space-time. And not just that, but then Quicksilver doubled down and managed to break through space-time again with his speed, while also moving in frozen time. So some feats that literally put him right up there on par with some of the other fastest characters in all of fiction. And just like any good hero, Quicksilver isn't just all speed and flash. He can also throw a mean punch. He's been able to drop a lot of powerful heroes with his speed blitzes and punches, including Spider-Man, Luke Cage, even knocking around Iron Man. Rogue, with the powers of Wonder Man, wasn't able to do anything to the High Evolutionary. But then Quicksilver comes in with his speed and just absolutely messes the guy up. Like High Evolutionary was not ready for this at all. And now that Quicksilver's gotten a serious amp, well, now he's got the type of strength where he can punch the Griever, scattering the cosmic being's essence across all of time. So some serious strength, that's for sure. In short, Quicksilver's always been one of the fastest guys in Marvel, but now he's amped himself up to being one of the fastest guys in all of comics, now on par with the true speedsters out there. So, who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, Flash versus Quicksilver has always been a pretty iconic Marvel versus DC fight. Arguably, up there with Batman versus Captain America and Superman versus Hulk, or at the very least, up there with the likes of Aquaman versus Namor. But honestly, it's never even been close. It's never even been close to being close. Quicksilver's been skirting around the speed of light for most of his career, and that's been the fastest he can go. Flash is effortlessly breaking the speed of light and doing it in his sleep. It's not even a true comparison. Heck, even Marvel admitted this. In Marvel, the runner was holding a race across the cosmos for all the fastest speedsters to compete in, Quicksilver included. Well, there was one mystery man competing, Fast Forward, and this guy just absolutely dominated the race. And Fast Forward, or Buried Alien, is none other than the Flash from DC Comics. Buried Alien was an amnesiac speedster from another universe, where he recalled trying to save his friends and family from a crisis. He appeared in an electrical storm and found himself in one of the runner's galactic marathons. Feeling this ball of energy like lightning inside of him, he quickly caught up to and beat the remaining contestants, Speed Demon, Quicksilver, Makari, basically every Marvel speedster, and was declared to be the fastest man alive by the runner. Well, now going by the name Fast Forward, he was invited to participate in another race by the runner. And this time, the runner was going to participate too. And you wouldn't believe it, but Fast Forward was winning that race too, but chose instead to save some other runners instead of winning the race. Basically though, the Flash was both the fastest hero in DC and the fastest hero in Marvel. But like we said, Quicksilver's gotten some serious amps since then. Fast enough to move through frozen time. Fast enough to shatter space-time. And with that speed, he's strong enough to knock the very essence out of cosmic beings. Problem is, all of this now just puts Quicksilver barely on par with the Flash. And Barry, at his best, is still topping all of this. Like, while Quicksilver is fast enough to shatter space-time, Barry running around caused enough energy to actually affect the very fabric of the entire multiverse, affecting everything from the microverse to the sphere of the new gods, and shattering the Speed Force barrier in the process. So yeah, that's a way more catastrophic feat than just breaking space-time. Quicksilver can move while frozen in time. Flash has been there, done that. Heck, Flash is fast enough to move around while other light speed beings are frozen in time. And while Quicksilver managed to land a good hit on the Griever, Flash has been able to land punches on the Anti-Monitor, powerful enough to launch him through universe after universe after universe. So yeah, everything Pietro can do now, Barry has already been doing for decades. Throw on the Speed Force, which basically allows Flash to do whatever he wants and absolutely mess other speedsters up, and Flash is easily still winning this one. This fight is now closer than it's ever been before. And who knows? Give Quicksilver a few more upgrades and a few more good feats, and he might be able to give Flash a run for his money. But as it stands now, Flash is still taking this one with ease. Flash wins.